Hey, you're listening to the Alt Show with Elias Whitfield. Wait, that's what it is, right?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Be a little more excited about it.
Yeah, but I don't care.
Yeah, you don't want to go somewhere else because this sucks.
Hey, this is the Alt Show with Elias Whitfield.
Hey, you're listening to The Alt Show with me, your host, Elias Whitfield. And as always, I'm going to be talking about some bands and some interesting facts you might not have known of. But instead of focusing on one particular band or a certain area of the world, I'm going to show you some of the best I've done on campus radio station Evolution 1079. That's where I've been getting my degree in radio arts and entertainment, aka just talking in front of a microphone for hours. Anywho, though, this is the best of me, and it's on the Alt Show.
Now for a music fact with Elias Whitfield on Evolution 1079.
Hey, that was one from St. Vincent, band who's fronted by Annie Clark. It was Los Angeles on Evolution 1079. And I remember the first time I heard her was when Nirvana was getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. She did a performance with Dave Grohl, Chris Novoselic, and Pat Smear of Lithium.
I'm so horny, that's okay, my will is good,
Wicked, eh? Just goes to show sometimes the female singers have more balls than the guys. Keep up the good work, Annie. Hey, my name's Elias Whitfield, and if you're like me, you might be a little tired this morning, seeing as last night was Queens of the Stone Age at the Pacific Coliseum. And coming up on the show, I'm going to be telling you what holiday you should be celebrating today. But first, it's brand new Billy Talent with Hey Hey, My My, right here on Evolution 1079. One of the best Canadian rock bands right now, it's Lola and Joseph by July Talk on Evolution 1079. Hey, Elias Whitfield here on Evolution 1079, and that was a classic off of Queens of the Stone Age's second record, Rated R. It was The Lost Art of Keeping a Secret. And if you're lucky enough, you may have gotten to see them play at the Pacific Coliseum last night, and man, what a show that was. The energy in the room was just so amazing. It's probably number 3 on my top list of concerts I've ever seen in my life, and they had some super cool merch. Was maybe a little too cool. I ended up spending $125 on a jacket, but you know what? Totally worth it. Did you know this song was actually written about the downtown east side? Interesting. It's Keegan and Sarah with Hell on Evolution 1079. Coming up in about 6 minutes, I'm going to be telling you the history about a certain Canadian two-piece band that's been around since 2001. But first, let's hear the new one from Beck. It's Colors on Evolution 1079.
And now, music facts with Elias Whitfield on Evolution 1079.
Hey, you just heard one from Canadian rock duo Death From Above, formerly known as Death From Above 1979, before they changed their name fairly recently. They formed back in 2001 and released their debut album, You're a Woman, I'm a Machine, in 2004. However, the band was shortly lived at this time as they broke up in 2006 due to some creative differences. At the end of their last show, bassist Jesse Keller packed up his bass, put it into a traveling case, and it stayed there for a total of 5 years. Once the band decided to reunite in 2011, Jesse opened up the case to find that his bass had been permanently warped with the same set of strings on it as he'd played on that last show. I'm super happy to hear that these guys decided to make amends because their second and third album are solid pieces of Canadian alternative rock. Hey, so did you hear? You can now buy a shirt online with a photo of Kurt Cobain's suicide note on it. Are you serious, people? There's so many things wrong with this statement. Hey, you just heard Rhea May with Bend on Evolution 1079. My name's Elias Whitfield, and tonight down on Hastings, it's the semifinals of Shindig, which is a battle of the bands held at Pat's Pub. I'm going to be down there interviewing one of my favorite bands in Vancouver right now, Sorry Edith, as they're playing tonight. So, trust me, it should be a good one. And doors, well, they're at 7 tonight. Got your news coming up shortly with Kellen Tochkin here on Evolution 1079, but first, it's a classic Canadian rock anthem. It's Sum 41 with Fat Lip. Hey, that was brand new music here on Evolution 1079. It's Canadian rockers Arcade Fire with Electric Blue. Absolutely loving that one. Hello, my name's Elias Whitfield, and frontman of Arcade Fire, Win Butler, released a video on how he works through the songwriting process recently. And, well, I'll just have you listen to it yourself.
The first thing I usually do is take all my clothes off and throw up all over the place. That way I'm kind of in the groove. I don't have to worry about my clothes catching on fire, and I don't need to take any breaks to throw up. I once got a vasectomy in case my vas deferens was making my voice worse. It wasn't. Don't believe everything you read in Guitar World magazine.
Yeah, so some interesting tips, but I really shouldn't judge, because who's the one with a Grammy after? Coming up shortly on Evolution 1079, I'm going to be talking about a certain Toronto-based singer-songwriter. But first, it's one of my favorite artists from the 90s. It's Moby with Like a Motherless Child on Evolution 1079. That was Toronto-based singer-songwriter Scott Hellman right here on Evolution 1079 with a new one called Kites. And did you know he actually signed his first record deal at the age of 15? Yeah, that's right. He signed a development deal with Warner Music Canada where he began writing sessions with writers such as Simon Wilcox and Thomas Salter. Then, at the age of 18, he started posting his songs on YouTube, and it didn't take long for Canada to take notice. By the age of 19, his single Bungalow had reached number 31 on Billboard Canadian Hot 100 chart and was up here for a total of 22 weeks. Not bad for a teenager. Kid's got some serious chops. Coming up shortly, going to be talking about a certain pop-punk trio and their history. But first, this is the Dreadnoughts with Foreign Skies on Evolution 1079. Hey, my name's Elias Whitfield. And did you know that on this day in 2015, guitarist and co-singer of Blink-182, Mr. Tom DeLonge, resigned from the band? This was on the very same day that bassist Mark Hoppus and drummer Travis Barker slammed the guitarist in an interview with Rolling Stone magazine. They claimed that Tom would only communicate with them via email or through his personal manager, and his constant flakiness actually kept them from recording new music. Travis added, "It's hard to cover for somebody who's disrespectful and ungrateful." Sounds like a jerk. On Evolution 1079, it's a classic from Blink-182. You know it, I know it. It's all the small things. On Evolution 1079, that was the new one by Portugal the Man. It's called Live in the Moment. My name's Elias Whitfield. And the other day I was talking about the semifinals of Shindig, which is a battle of the bands going on down in Hastings at Pat's Pub. And if you weren't there on Tuesday, well, you missed out. It was an amazing night. Everyone was mingling and having a good time, dancing up a complete storm. And I got the chance to talk to headliners Sorry Edith, who ended up winning the night, and I'll be posting that interview soon on my own channel. But don't worry, if you still want to go out and see them, they're going to be playing in the finals, not Friday tomorrow, but next Friday. Tickets are only $6, and the doors are at 7. So hopefully, I'll see you down there. So what do Las Vegas-based rock band The Killers have in common with Bob Marley? More on that in a few, but first, it's Run From Cover on Evolution 1079.
Time now for another music fact with Elias Whitfield on Evolution 1079.
You just heard the new one from The Killers, that being Run From Cover off their most recent album, Wonderful Wonderful. But did you know that song has actually been around since 2008? Lead singer Brandon Flowers started writing the song with producer Stuart Price for their 2008 album Day and Age, but they were never able to finish it on time. The tune, however, finally got finished 9 years later with the help of Alex Cameron, a singer and songwriter from Sydney, Australia. And interesting fact, Bob Marley actually has a writing credit on that tune. Flowers mentions Redemption Song in it, and Marley's lawyers, well, they wanted their money. Flowers explained to Billboard magazine, "I never thought I'd share a writing credit with Bob Marley, but I'll take it." Coming up shortly, I'm going to be telling you the history behind AWOLNATION's name. But first, it's a brand new one by these Canadian guys. It's Arcade Fire with Electric Blue on Evolution 1079. That was AWOLNATION with Passion right here on Evolution 1079. My name's Elias Whitfield, and did you know that the name of that band actually came from a nickname that lead singer Aaron Bruno had in high school? In an interview with Kristen Hauser of LA Music Blog, he stated that, quote, he would leave without saying goodbye because, well, it was easier. So that's where the name AWOL, which stands for military acronym Absent Without Leave, came from. Wait, so you're saying that musicians can be moody? Who would have thought? That was brand new St. Vincent right here on Evolution 1079 off her album Mass Education. It was Los Angeles. Hi, my name's Elias Whitfield, and if you're a fan of these music history facts I've been giving you over the last couple of weeks here on Evolution 1079, and you don't want to get rid of me after this week's over, you can head over to my Facebook page at EliasFoxW, where I'm releasing a weekly podcast called The Alt Show every Monday. And coming up, I'm going to be doing a best of Vancouver's music scene. So if you want to know what Vancouver's underground scene holds, stay tuned for more. Here's a brand new one on Evolution 1079. It's new Franz Ferdinand, Always Ascending on Altering Radio. Hey, it's brand new music here on Evolution 1079. It's One Foot by Walk the Moon. My name's Elias Whitfield, and man, it was so cold yesterday. You ever make the mistake of not wearing enough layers before you go out in the morning? Well, yesterday I decided to wear my brand new Queens of the Stone Age jacket, which is basically as thin as a button-up shirt. Then, boom, just decides to pour in typical Vancouver fashion, and I got so drenched I looked like a sewer rat. From now on out, I'm keeping like 7 jackets in my locker at all times. Hey, my name's Elias Whitfield, and remember, it's all about the music, the history, and all the bits in between. It's the Pack 88 with Money on Evolution.